established on the waters here in Key West. And what And there we have Duke Waldrop, who is our acting senior. Super Hawaii having a very fine run. Now Super Hawaii coming up alongside the Dollar Marine Special Race Team. Boat number 1, Dollar Marine Special. It's a 41-foot Apache with a beautiful paint job. One of the best looking boats on the course here today. And this boat is powered by two 800 horsepower Zool inboard motors with Kike for outdrives. This boat is owned by Jack Herrick of Oyster Bay Cove, New York, who does the navigating. John Tomlinson from North Miami, Florida is your driver, and Phil Lipschutz from Miami, Florida is your throttle man. Dollar Marine Special. And right here, he's locked in a battle with Super Hawaii. These boats are in the same class, the Super V class, and they're going at it door to door. Dollar Marine Special on the inside and Super Hawaii on the outside. Jack Herrick's Dollar Marine Special. Earlier on today, Jim Kimes had a chance to chat with the Dollar Marine Special Race Team, who are the national champions.
Dollar Marine, Phil Lipschutz, John, and Jack Herrick. How do you think you're going to do today? You looking forward to the first race of the International Cup?
Oh, without a doubt. I think we're going to do pretty good out there today. It's all kind of water.
How do you feel, Phil?
Well, we're excited about the race, and it's a little bit too flat for us today, but we're going to go out and give it our best shot.
What do you mean it's too flat?
Good luck, guys.
Wait a second.
Jack,
I like it when it's flat. I love it when it's flat.
Great shot right there, the close competition that we're going to be having throughout the day as well as the rest of the week here in Key West. Super Hawaii on the outside, Dollar Marine Special on the inside. Dollar Marine Special has that number 1 for one reason only, and they are your national champs in class. So they certainly are strong competitors. They're really excited about being down here and culminating a great 1990 campaign. There you see Zool Racing Engines. Richie Zool did a fine job powering the Dollar Marine Special throughout the year. And here you see Super Hawaii going around the checkpoint. Dollar Marine Special cutting across their wake, getting sprayed as they cut across that rooster tail, and now they've got their sights headed right down the pike as they track down Super Hawaii. Dollar Marine Special and Super Hawaii locked in a very fierce battle, which I'm sure is going to go right down to the checkered flag today. Now we come up on P32, the Powerboat Marine Race Team. There's a 32-foot Douglas Marine race hull powered by three 250 horsepower Mercury outboard motors. This boat is owned, driven, and navigated by Russ Wilkin of Bluffton, Indiana, and Jim Dyke from Bay Village, Ohio is your throttle man. Wilkin and Dyke making up the Powerboat Marine Race Team. And this boat is sponsored by Power Up Lubricant, as you see right there on the back of that boat. This boat is on fire right now. They're tearing around the race course. They're going to be very tough to catch if they keep up this pace. They're running extremely strong. The boat is dialed in quite nicely, and they're really looking good at this point in time. Presently running first place in class, and they're going to be tough to catch if they keep up this pace. The competition will be tough, and we'll have to see how things shake out in the Pro Stock division here today. but we wish everyone from Powerboat Marine all the best here today in Key West. P32, the Powerboat Marine race team. Earlier today, Jim Kimes had a chance to get some insight from the Powerboat Marine race team.
Jim Dyke, Powerboat Marine, down from Westlake, Ohio. I know you got a great boat. How do you feel about the race today, the first race of the International Cup?
Well, Jim, we're feeling really good about things. The water's supposed to be pretty flat out there, and I think we can be competitive today if we can keep all the mechanical gremlins in check, and we'll see if we can do our, we'll do our best to do that.
Well, good luck out there. I think it's going to be your water today. It's going to be smooth.
Well, we hope so, and we did travel a long way, so we're going to really try hard for our sponsors, Power Up Lubricants. They really gave us a hand getting down here, and Mercury Marine, obviously, with the engines and all. So we hope to do a good job for everybody.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
The crew of Powerboat Marine looks very comfortable at this point in time, and they're certainly going to be a tough boat to catch. Presently running first place, and here is your hard-charging second place boat right now in the Pro Stock class. P39 Thoroughbred Motors, and they are tracking down Powerboat Marine. Thoroughbred Motors is a 32-foot skater powered by three 275 horsepower Mercury outboard motors. This boat is owned by Dolphin Racing of Coral Gables, Florida. Driving today, you've got Robert Gallen from Coral Gables, Florida, and Ed Shear, also from Coral Gables, is your throttle man, doing a great job. Ed Shear, the veteran of so many offshore powerboat campaigns, is now in the Thoroughbred Motors cockpit, and he's really doing the job as he always has. They're presently running in second place and narrowing the gap between themselves and Powerboat Marine, who is presently in first place in the Pro Stock division. So we've really got a barn burner going here today between these two boats. Second place, we've got Thoroughbred Motors. First place, Powerboat Marine in the Pro Stock class. And just as the other class that we were watching before, Super V, the battle between Super Hawaii and Dollar Marine Special is going to go down to the wire. We feel Pro Stock is going to go right down to the wire also. From Key West, Florida, it's P39 Thoroughbred Motors. Well, as you can see, Thoroughbred Racing is enjoying a very fine day here in Key West. They are running like a true thoroughbred that they are, and we certainly wish them all the best. Thoroughbred Racing. Now we come back to Russ Wilkin and Jim Dyke of the Powerboat Marine Race Team, who are still enjoying a lead over Thoroughbred Racing in the Pro Stock class. Powerboat Marine having a fine run here today. Now we come up on boat number 31, Runnin' Hot. This is a 31-foot Thunderboat powered by two 600-horsepower Chevy outboard motors. This boat is owned and driven by Robert Harris of Summerlin, Illinois. Bob Ottringer from Summerlin, Illinois is on throttles, and Steve Schluter from Round Blair, Illinois is your navigator. The Runnin' Hot race team, and right now they're running extremely hot. They're locked in a fierce battle in the Super V class. This boat is sponsored by AOK Radiator and Harrison Wolf Construction Incorporated. This past December, this boat was custom painted at Thundercraft from Chicago. It was a crowd favorite in the Key West Parade of Boats and easily won first place. Construction of this boat began in November of 1989. It was a race pleasure boat, but on back to the competition on the outside, that was Thrasher going by Runnin' Hot on the outside. Runnin' Hot, a Super V boat, with Thrasher, a Pro Stock boat. But back to the story of the Super Hot, Runnin' Hot race team. This boat was designed originally as a race pleasure boat. It was rigged by Bob Ottringer of Thunderboat Incorporated in Lake Bluff Island. Bob Harris and Sue Freeman added their own special touches to the design of Runnin' Hot. Runnin' Hot was originally race rigged to compete in C-Class, where they took a second place in August at the Saugatuck race. However, due to the regulation of the three-start rule, Runnin' Hot was unable to compete in the C-Class division in the World Championships. So the boat qualified to run a manufacturer's Super V class. So there you have the story of the Runnin' Hot race team, and we wish them all the best here today in Key West, Florida. Robert Harris's Runnin' Hot race team. And on the outside, that's Ohio Steel Black Thunder going by the Runnin' Hot race team. What a great looking boat the Runnin' Hot race team is with that custom paint job. Great shot right there of Runnin' Hot, running extremely well in Key West. And on the inside, we've got P24, the Insanity race team, and on the outside, the Thrasher race team, who we saw earlier on going by Runnin' Hot. But right now, we've got a fierce battle being waged between Insanity and Thrasher. Both boats in the Pro Stock division, and they're going at it extremely hard right now. Thrasher taking on about a 1 boat length lead over Insanity, but let's highlight the Insanity race team, P24. It's a 30-foot Shadow Cat powered by two 250 horsepower Mercury outboard motors. This boat is owned by Chuck New of Staten Island, New York, who is throttling today. Driving today, we've got Jason New from Staten Island, and Tony New is your navigator, also from Staten Island. So the New family from Staten Island, New York, making up the Insanity race team, and they're certainly having a fine run here today. This boat is rigged by Pro Marine, and the combination has really proved to be successful throughout the year. We wish them all the best here today in Key West, Florida. The News of Insanity race team locked in a fierce battle with Thrasher, who we saw earlier on, and right there on the outside you see Courageous Cat. The News of Insanity race team. Earlier on, Jim Kynes had a chance to speak with Chuck New of the Insanity Race Team.
Chuck New, Insanity Race Team, P24, all the way down from New Jersey. How do you think you're going to fare out there today?
Well, we're going to give it our best shot. We don't have the fastest boat, but we've got a boat that runs pretty well in rough water, and we hope that it's not too calm and yet not too rough, because the boat is not a strong one, and we don't want to break it up. So we're going to go out there and do our best, give it our best shot.
Okay, well, you got 3 days of racing. Good luck today.
Thank you very much.
Ralph from Pro Marine did a fine job in rigging the Insanity race boat, and the efforts have really paid off here because the News are having an outstanding run here. The boat seems to be getting stronger as the race is progressing. Their elapsed time is picking up right now, and they're really starting to make a move for the lead boats. Now we come up on P57, the Thrasher race team. There's a 32-foot skater powered by 3 245 horsepower Mercury outboard motors. This boat is owned and throttled by Mark Taggart of Wayne, New Jersey, and from North Massapequa, New York, it's Mike Belgium as your driver. The Thrasher race team. Already this year they've had a first in St. Petersburg, Florida. A rather smart group of guys in that they don't go out early and blow anything up. They hang back, get a feel for the boat, the race conditions, just really see what they're up against, not only with the race course but with the competition, and then they make their move as they're doing right now, because Thrasher is presently unofficially in second place and trying to track down Powerboat Marine. So they're really doing a fine job right now, and they are continuing to hold off the News in Insanity, who we saw earlier on. So Taggart is really having a fine run here today in the Thrasher race team. Thrasher sounds very strong. The boat is dialed in quite nicely, an excellent attitude, and they seem very confident, snuggled in their racing capsules right there. The Thrasher race team. You see a nice overhead shot as they round the checkpoint. Great job of throttling, a true picture of consistency right there of the Thrasher race team. Taggart and Belgium really doing the job. And there you see them making the move on Powerboat Marine. Thrasher is really doing well, and unfortunately Powerboat Marine, who had been blistering the race course in first place, must be experiencing mechanical failures because they are slowing down and unfortunately could be dropping out of the race. But right now, as you saw, Thrasher has just taken over in first place, and as a result, Insanity with the News aboard have moved into second place in the Pro Stock division. From Key West, Florida, it's a Thrasher race team. Earlier today, Jim Kynes had a chance to talk with Mark Taggart and Mike Belgium of the Thrasher race crew.
Mark, from Thrasher race team, how do you feel you're going to do here in your Pro Stock class in the first race of the International Cup?
Oh, we should do pretty well. We'll be we'll be up front with everybody else, hopefully. That should work out pretty good.
Well, good luck today.
Thanks a lot.
Now we come up on boat number 1, Team Ferrari The Collection, Mandy Fernandez's strong running team. US 1, they are, the national champions for 1990 on the APBA, and what a year they had. Mandy Fernandez, along with Ugo Colombo, just did a fantastic job in this race boat. There's a 35-foot Jaguar powered by two 800-horsepower Mercury inboard motors with Mercruiser outdrives. Mandy does the throttling, Ugo Colombo does the driving, and the team of Fernandez and Colombo have just dominated the 1990 Offshore campaign in the UMI Open category. What more can we say? It speaks for itself. Not only their record throughout the 1990 season, but even here today, Mandy Fernandez has not lost a step. He comes out every race with that hunger that only a very few race drivers seem to have. And Mandy Fernandez is definitely a recognized superstar of the APBA. And right now he is dominating. Unfortunately, Kirk and Alan Dunterman of the Agitator race team, who got off to such a quick start, have dropped out of the race. And Mandy is basically running himself in this class and just trying to set a great speed. He's running well over 90 miles an hour, moving into the 100-mile-per-hour plateau, and he is just a true picture of perfection. Mandy Fernandez and Ugo Colombo, true champions, making up Team Ferrari The Collection. Before today's race, Jim Kimes had a chance to talk to Mandy Fernandez and Ugo Colombo of Team Ferrari The Collection.
Mandy Fernandez and Team Ferrari US 1 national champions. How do you feel being here in Key West before the first race of the International Cup?
Oh, we feel great coming back home. We just came from Monte Carlo, the World Championship over there, and that was canceled. And this was an international event that was invited for everybody to compete all around the world. And it's good to be back home here representing the United States in America.
Well, good. Ugo and Mandy, good luck to you.
And there we have a problem at that checkpoint. That is thoroughbred racing upside down. The medical boats are there. Everyone seems okay. They're waving to the helicopter and the boats that they are okay. There you see thoroughbred racing, and they do seem to be all right. Tough break for them. No idea how it happened, but they were running very hard up until this point in the race. Thank goodness everyone is okay. Now we come up on Talon Comp 37 and the Executioner. The Executioner, a Super V boat, and Talon Comp 37 in the Pro Stock division. Talon Comp 37 running toward the rear of the pack of Pro Stock, but trying to make the move, and the Executioner is having a relatively good run himself right now in the hunt for things on the top three finishers in the Super V class. Boat number 85, the Executioner. This all-red 40-foot fountain is powered by two 700-horsepower Baker inboard motors with Mercruiser outdrives. This boat is owned and driven by R. Alan Fuentes of Virginia Beach, Florida. On throttles, Ron Umland of Severna Park, Maryland is your throttling, and navigating today, it's Mark Hawkins from Virginia Beach, Florida, the Executioner race team. And there you see, with the helicopter's blades whirling overhead, the Executioner is having a very fine run. They're presently running in third place at this time in the race, and they're trying to hold off Runnin' Hot, who we've already seen, and they are trying to track down Dollar Marine Special. What a great run this is going to be for the Executioner in the Super V class. In the past, the Executioner race team has run as a D boat, but today they're running in the Super V class. The Executioner race team doing a fine job in Super V. That's Talon on the far outside and the Executioner on the inside. Good bit of racing right there in the waters off Key West. And as they round the checkpoint, the Executioner takes a lead over Talon Comp 37. As we said earlier on, boats in two different categories, so not a problem. But the Executioner is looking very good right now. The Executioner race team. Earlier on, Jim Kimes had a chance to speak with the Executioner race team.
Ron, Mark, Allen, Executioner race team, you're here the first day of the International Cup. How do you feel about moving up to Manufacturers V Hall today?
Well, we're excited about it today. It's going to be smooth out there. We're not going to have the cast to contend with, and that's the reason we did that. We don't, as its class, we're strictly Manufacturers V bottom boat, so we've got a good chance today.
Well, good. It's going to be flat, so good luck, guys.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Once again, the Executioner having a fine run here today. And on the outside, that's Talon Comp 37 hanging in there and doing a very fine job trying to make some room in Pro Stock. That's Talon Comp 37. Gary Armington and Milford Ingemort making up the Talon Comp 37. Taking a slight lead over the Executioner. And as you can see, it's so very calm right now. Talon, with a catamaran design, really has a slight advantage in the calm seas. It's virtually a lake. Right now we come up on P2, the boat known as the Matchless Race Team. This is a 32-foot Maelstrom powered by three 275 horsepower Mercury outboard motors. This boat is owned and throttled by Nick Gaglione of Chicago, Illinois, and Dave Larson from Winfield, Illinois is your driver. So Gaglione and Larson making up the Matchless Race Team. They're presently running in a pack of boats that consists of Ombad, and they have a slight lead over Talon Comp 37. Matchless got off to a slow start, but right now they're picking up, and they are running in that lead pack of boats in the Pro Stock division, which happens to be made up of the most amount of boats. So they're starting to close the gap between themselves and the top three boats in the Pro Stock division. Gaglione and Larson in the Matchless Race Team. Matchless Race Team looks very comfortable right there. As you can see, a close-up of Nick Gaglione and Dave Larson in the cockpits. Owner and throttles, Nick Gaglione, Matchless Race Team. Now we come up on S4, Spirit of America. This is a stock boat. It's a 24-foot skater powered by two 200-horsepower Mercury outboard motors. This boat is owned and throttled by Michael Cross of Southfield, Michigan. Driving today, we've got Karen Cross, also from Southfield, Michigan. So Michael and Karen Cross making up the Spirit of America race team. Presently, they're not running as they have in some of the other races. They seem to be a little down, running behind Bermuda Racing, Talon Midwest, Bad Boy, Sundance Skater, Godspeed, but they are holding off Courageous Cat and Crime Buster. Stock class, very difficult, and Michael and Karen Cross definitely want to make some distance between themselves and the lead pack of boats in stock class. We certainly wish them all the best, not only here today, but throughout the rest of the week of racing here in Key West. S4, Michael and Karen Cross in the Spirit of America race team. And as we're starting to get to the closing stages of the races, unofficially, Super Hawaii, the Executioner, and Runnin' Hot are still going at it in Super V. With Agitator being out, Mandy Fernandez and Hugo Colombo are still blistering the course in the open class. And in Pro Stock, Thrasher, Insanity, I'm Bad, Matchless, who we just saw, they're all going at it with Talon Comp 37 also in there. And in the stock class, Bermuda Racing, Talon Midwest, Bad Boy, Sundance Skater, Godspeed, as well as Spirit of America, all going at it. So really, the only division that is wrapped up right now is UIM 1 Open, which is won by Mandy Fernandez and Hugo Colombo in Team Ferrari The Collection. Obviously, that does have bearing that they do not have any mechanical breakdowns. But Team Ferrari The Collection has had such a great campaign and consistency throughout the year, we don't see that happening. So we are getting to the closing stages, and soon we will be bringing the final results of today's race. Right now we come up on S10, another stock boat who is in the hunt. Crime Buster. This is a 24-foot skater powered by two 200-horsepower Mercury outboard motors. This boat is owned by D. Kimes from Key West, Florida, and Jim Kimes is your driver, who is also helping out with the interviews, who you've seen earlier on, and Tad Kimes is on throttles. So James and Tad Kimes make up the Crime Buster race team, and they are from Key West, Florida, so they've got a lot of local fan and family support racing in their home waters. Perhaps that could provide them with some advantages over some of the other drivers in that they're so familiar with the race course and the waters off their hometown of Key West, Florida. We'd also like to thank Jim Kimes for all the help that he's giving the Freeze Frame staff this week while we are in Key West doing the interviews of all the drivers. And we'd like to wish Jim and Tad Kimes all the luck for the rest of the week here in the Crime Buster race team. And on the outside, that's Matchless going by Crime Buster. So Matchless is really hanging tough and trying to have a good run in his division. Unofficially in 4th place in Pro Stock and trying to close the gap between himself and I'm Bad. But right now we're staying with Jim and Tad Kimes of the Crime Buster race team. And now we come up on S20, the Godspeed race team. There's a 24-foot skater powered by two 200-horsepower Mercury outboard motors. This boat is owned by Lipscomb Marine from Yorktown, Virginia. Driving today, we've got Lewis Ned Lipscomb Jr. from Pocascon, Virginia, and Matt Bauman from Lexington, Ohio is on throttles. The Godspeed race team, and there you see them with a thumbs-up sign as they're starting to head toward the start-finish line of today's race. Godspeed is locked in a battle with Spirit of America, who you just saw, and they're chasing down Sundance Skater in the stock class division. Lewis, Ned Lipscombs Jr., Godspeed Race Team, and we certainly wish them all the best here today. Godspeed Race Team.
Driver of Team Ferrari, you had a great day out there today. How'd you feel about the race?
Oh, it was a great race. Water conditions were definitely in our favor. We did a very fast lap, and we averaged, I believe, 96, 97 miles an hour. It was a really good race.
Yeah, from our standpoint, you burned up the race course, and congratulations on the first win here at the International Cup.
Thank you.
Mark and Mike from the Thrasher race team, all the way down from New Jersey. How do you feel you're going to do? I know you took a first place here this afternoon.
Yeah, we did. We won by 10 seconds over at Sanity, and we didn't push the boat. We just finished well, and hopefully we'll do good on Thursday also.
Good. Thanks a lot.
Well, with the 1990 APBA International Cup in the record books, here are your official results. In stock class, right there, S941, Bermuda Racing taking first place, followed by Talon Midwest in second place, and Bad Boys taking third place. In the Super V class, there is your winner, Super Hawaii, with an average speed of 86.03 miles per hour, followed by the Executioner in second place, and Running Hot, really having a good race, taking third place. Dollar Marine Special took fourth. In UMI Open, what more can we say? Mandy Fernandez and Hugo Colombo ran away with things, taking first place with an average speed of almost 97 miles per hour, and unfortunately the Duntamins Agitator had to retire. Pro Stock, first place went to Thrasher with an average speed of 84.89 miles per hour. Insanity took second place with an average speed of 84.66 miles per hour. So you can see how close it was between first and second place in Pro Stock, and I'm Bad took third place, with Matchless taking fourth place. Well, those are your final results of the first day of racing in the 1990 APBA International Cup. Well, as the sun sets in Key West, just a few closing comments. Overall, we found it to be a relatively good day of offshore powerboat racing. Very calm seas. We only had that one mishap with Thoroughbred Racing Team, but fortunately they were safe. That we had no injuries here today, and it was some great racing. All divisions so close. Super V, the open class, Fernandez put on a great performance. Pro Stock, Stock, respectively, all had some good runs. We really enjoyed being here. Before we go, there are a few people we'd like to thank. Gary Johnson, who is our cameraman, once again did an excellent job. Pat Williams, the secretary here, did an excellent job, and the overall APBA staff put a good effort into organizing this race and making it very easy for freeze-frame video to get around. And Paul Barth of Biscayne Helicopter, who flew the video crew around today's race. Well, we hope you enjoyed viewing this race as much as we enjoyed presenting it to you, and we look forward to seeing everyone on Thursday, where we'll be bringing you the divisional race in the morning.